Of getting back at them for the virus. I don't know. In that case, it's a great idea. But
Jesse, you're next.
Okay, well, Jesse's feeding frenzy slammed a door shut on this food item. McDonald's has introduced a Spam burger. In China, they are selling a sandwich made with 2 slices of Spam topped with crushed Oreos and glazed with mayonnaise. Did you guys hear that? Spam, Oreos, and mayonnaise. I have no idea why they're selling this in China. Maybe this is our way of getting back at them for the virus. I don't know. In that case, it's a great idea, but that looks absolutely revolting. Not revolting. It will be me on Tucker Carlson tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. There you go.
Sandwich is going to cause corona.
We'll see you there. All right, Geraldo.
I still have the heebie-jeebies from that Spam sandwich. Oh, it's gross. You know, I have a brilliant daughter, Isabella, who's a producer at CNN for John King. She brought her brand-new dachshund puppy named Pippin to visit. Erica Sol and I have 2 Maltipoos, older dogs. Our old little dogs didn't like the clumsy puppy invading their turf. It's adorable to watch. Here it is. Oh, that's the older dog.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's me and Jesse.
Right past the pee-pee pad. Grrr.
Oh, my goodness.
Our pets are making the world go round, and especially this Christmas season. Katie, you're next.
Well, we all know throughout the pandemic and just general behavior, a lot of us are ordering packages, and we are grateful to the people who deliver them for us. There was a special delivery that arrived in Richmond, Virginia. There's a UPS driver there named Anthony Gaskin. He rounded a corner during his regular delivery route and saw this when a surprise party was organized by a person in the neighborhood. Her name is Patty Friedman, because she wanted to thank him with all of their neighbors for delivering packages during the pandemic. Anthony was shocked. It was amazing. As you can see, they all had signs saying thank you for all of your hard work and for being an essential worker during the difficult time, delivering medicine and, of course, other essential items to the neighborhood. So thank you very much to Anthony Gaskin and, of course, all of the other UPS and FedEx drivers, postal service people who've been helping people get what they need during the pandemic. Very cute.
They have. They have done a great job, indeed. Tyrus, what you got?
Listen, 2 of the toughest men on the planet, 2 Canadian men playing a game of chess while submerged in an icy lake. You can't get any tougher than that. This is just, this is monstrously just, these guys are bad. And you know what? I'm so inspired to this that I'm throwing a challenge out there wherever legendary WWE superstar Mark Henry's at, world's strongest man. I'm calling you out. You find an icy lake, chess match. Okay, maybe not chess. Let's go with checkers, because checkers is a lot faster. But I'm calling you out. But these guys are, you know what? Tic-tac-toe. Let's do tic-tac-toe. And let tic-tac-toe in the ice water. Let's see who's really got it. This is phenomenal. These guys deserve, if I was a teacher, I'd give them an A for a day. Nice job.
The guy that left is cheating. He's not in as far as the guy on the right.
I'd like to see Jesse try that.
Yeah, Jesse's angry enough to do it.
Yeah.
No.
We'll get Jesse and Geraldo in there and see how it goes.
He just said no. Look at he doesn't even explain himself anymore. He just says no.
All right, that's it for us, everyone. Special reports up next. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Dana, that lake chest was something. Okay, good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. Breaking tonight, President-elect Joe Biden says his administration will likely respond in kind to the massive hacking of U.S. government computer systems. Biden is criticizing President Trump's actions and inaction both before and after the attack. And tonight we are learning new disturbing details about just how the hack was carried out, how extensive it may be, and how long it may take to clean up and clear out. Correspondent Mark Meredith has our top story this evening. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening to you, Brett. The president's national security team tells Fox News that the government is actively working to address this cyber attack. And while the president himself, he's not saying too much about this, lawmakers from both parties and the president-elect sure are, and they are sounding the alarm.
It is a grave risk, and it continues.
President-elect Joe Biden says he has no reason to believe a recently discovered cyber attack on government and private systems is under control.
This assault happened on Donald Trump's watch when he wasn't watching.
In addition to accessing the Departments of Energy and Commerce, officials say hackers also gained access to dozens of email accounts at the Treasury Department and systems used by the department's highest-ranking officials.
I don't think we've seen a hack of this level of sophistication, this broadly attacking both public agencies and private sector companies.
It's unclear if Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin's emails were targeted. Mnuchin said Monday he thinks things are under control.
The good news is there's been no damage, nor have we seen any large amounts of information displaced.
Last week, the president's national security advisor cut a European trip short to address the crisis. But cyber experts say the full effects of the breach remain unknown after hackers, through various methods, including stolen encryption keys, accessed all sorts of data.
There can be really significant things. It's just whatever was sent in email, whatever attachments were there, whatever sort of files exist, those are accessible.
President Trump tweeted Saturday China may be responsible for the attack, a statement contradicted by his own Secretary of State and Attorney General.
It certainly appears to be the Russians, but I'm not going to discuss it beyond that.
The president-elect says he does plan to respond to the breach, but would not say how. The outgoing Trump administration has also not yet said how it may retaliate, but Senator Mark Warner says going forward, the U.S. needs a global response.
We need a set of cyber standards, not just with us, but with our allies, so that when we see an adversary like Russia violate those standards, the Russians or any other adversary should expect us to punch back and fight back.
How about some good news? So far, there is no evidence that the IRS was compromised or that taxpayer data was affected. However, experts stress that the full scale of this cyber attack really is still being examined. Brett?
We'll continue to look into it. Mark, thank you. President-elect Biden is still saying the stories, or some of them, about the investigation into the business dealings of his son Hunter were and are Russian disinformation. Said that today. He made the comment at the end of today's news conference in response to a question from our own correspondent Peter Ducey. Biden also said his Department of Justice will handle the case outside of his direct control. Peter joins us live tonight with the latest. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Brett. The president-elect's remarks this afternoon were just a few blocks away from the U.S. Attorney's Office of Delaware, where the federal investigation into Hunter Biden's tax affairs is being led. But Joe Biden's opinions about these negative stories dating back to the fall concerning Hunter Biden haven't changed since before that investigation was announced. And we know that because after not getting called on at the formal press conference, we got his attention with this shouted question. Do you still think that the stories from the fall about your son Hunter were Russian disinformation at his smear campaign, like you said?
Yes. God love you, man. You're a one-horse pony. I tell you. Thank you. I promise you, my Justice Department will be totally on its own, making its judgments about how they should proceed.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley tweeted that clip and asked this question. Is Twitter going to put up a warning saying that Biden's claims are in dispute? Looking even further ahead, will Biden's soon-to-be-announced Attorney General pick agree with him that stories about Hunter Biden are Russian disinformation? Biden claims he won't know.
Has the issue of the investigation of your son come up in discussions with your team and with potential candidates about Attorney General?
No, I guarantee you I'm going to do what I said. The Attorney General of the United States of America is not the president's lawyer. I will appoint someone who I expect to enforce the law as the law is written, not guided by me.
Biden hasn't even taken office yet, but there are already questions about how much political capital he's got until Democrats see the paperwork showing he'll seek a second term in 2024.
Would you consider filing for re-election early next year to show that you're not going to be a lame duck?
I'm not going to be a lame duck. Just watch me. Just watch me. I've been saying this from the very beginning. Look, let's just get the work of, from this point on, for the next several years, there is one objective, and it's not my political future.
The term Biden used there has been part of the political lexicon for generations. Lame duck, the term that he used to describe me earlier this afternoon, is a new addition to the history books. one-horse pony. Brett?
Yeah, different than a one-trick pony. One-horse pony is something different. All right, Peter, thank you. President-elect Biden is expected to nominate Miguel Cardona to serve as Education Secretary. Cardona is currently the commissioner of Connecticut's education system and a former fourth-grade public school teacher. Meantime, in California, California's Governor Gavin Newsom has appointed California Secretary of State Alex Padilla as the state's next U.S. Senator. He will fill the seat being vacated by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Padilla is the child of Mexican immigrants and will be California's first Latino senator. He has been California's top elections official since 2015. Now, the new coronavirus stimulus package aims to deliver cash to businesses and individuals and, of course, pump resources into the massive vaccination effort. But because of how long it took to get across the finish line and because it was wrapped up in with a massive spending bill to fund the government at the very last minute, the process and the substance are now coming under increased scrutiny tonight. Let's take a closer look at what is in the 5,600-page legislation. Congressional correspondent Chad Pergram is on Capitol Hill tonight.